Well, if you're looking to switch things up this Easter, think lobster. You're going, lobster, Stephanie? Well, it's actually an affordable alternative these days. Prices have gone down from years past, if you haven't checked. Chef Chad Burnett from Park Central at Scottsdale Quarter is here to show us a few lobster recipes and kind of walk us through the process.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have to twist our arm whenever, you know, someone says, we'd love to teach you some lobster recipes and bring in some lobster for you.
Yeah, it's fairly easy.
So, what are we making today?
Well, first, thank you for having me. I'm just going to make a few dishes actually that kind of revolve around like an Easter brunch,
Okay.
or lunch, or even dinner. So I just want to kind of talk about the difference between lobsters first. This would be a Maine lobster. When you boil or steam them off or even grill them, they turn this bright red color. And then another version, this is an Australian lobster tail. They're pretty noted by the spots that they have here.
Oh, okay. Right there.
Right.
Okay. And can you get both of these varieties?
Yeah,
you
can get both of these. Even like Fry's right now has lobster tail for $9.
Wow.
For a half-pound tail, or you can buy whole lobsters for roughly around $15. It really depends on which one you really like. The Maine lobster tends to be much more tender and sweeter, where the rock lobster is just a little more robust and has a firmer texture.
I actually went to Maine last April, a year ago.
Cool.
I think it was actually this week last year. Yeah, this week last year. I went to a restaurant, and they literally had like the lobster crates as you walked in the door. Like we were on the water, and the crates were right there.
Nice, ultra fresh.
I know. It doesn't get any fresher than that.
Fresh.
Well, let's talk about this recipe and some of the main ingredients in it and how we kind of get started on this.
Okay, I just want to show the way you would clean your lobster. First of all, is you take the tail out, and then you would take the knife.
I gotta be honest, I've never seen that done before, and it doesn't look very pretty right there.
No, you don't want it. You don't want that part. So you can cut this through, and then you split this open, and then you can pull the meat.
Gotcha. All right.
Like this, and then if you wanted to do, I'm not a huge fan of claw meat.
Why not?
I don't know. Just
you personally, or as a chef?
I'm a tail guy, personally.
Okay.
But you would want to make a cut right here, and then you would turn your knife over.
Ooh.
Oops. And then you can pull this apart, and then you would pull the bottom claw.
Okay.
Which has the tendon, and then you can pull this meat out as well.
That's right. As you did that, it reminded me, I actually took the little claw and I brought it all the way home because my 5-year-old at the time son thought it was the coolest thing that the claw still moved. He could like pull one of the little tendons inside. Day in my life right there.
Okay, so
you using a little bit of olive oil or vegetable oil?
This is a canola oil blend, so
Okay.
it's 80% canola oil, and then it's got 20% olive oil. I like to use this because it's very neutral.
Okay.
And it has a high smoke point. So the first dish we're going to do is a lobster Benedict.
All right.
So that's kind of getting into the brunch thing. So I'm going to fry it. Just fry an egg. Normally you would poach an egg. Poaching an egg tends to scare people a bit. So I'm going to get that going. And then for on top of our toasted pretzel crostinis, I'm going to put some...
Toasted what?
Our pretzel crostinis over here. I'm going to put some sauteed spinach with some grilled onion. And some tomato. And some fontina cheese.
Everything looks so fresh, too.
And I'm just going to knock that down a little bit.
You know, as you're starting to prepare that, I would just invite anybody watching today that's near their computer, if you have any questions for the chef, whether it's, you know, about Park Central in the Scottsdale Quarter, or about, you know, perhaps cooking brunch or working with lobster, go ahead and post that on Facebook. I'll present the question to him here in the show, and maybe we can get an answer for you by the time that we wrap things up today.
So I'm just going to put this, again, this is a toasted pretzel bread, which is really, really hot right now.
Okay.
If you've never had it.
I haven't.
I highly agree you try some soon. So I'm going to go ahead and put this fried egg over the top of this.
Ooh.
And then I have some hollandaise, and I have some grilled Australian lobster tail. And I'm just going to mix.
And so the Australian was the one with the little spots, and
Correct.
the Maine was the other one that was much more red. What's this?
Correct. This is a black truffle oil.
Oh, wow. A little bit of that truffle oil really just enhances the flavors. I'm lucky enough to work on a show like this where I get to try different types of truffle oil, and at first I was thinking, I don't know if I get it, and now the more that I've been able to experience it in dishes, I realize what a great resource it is in your recipes.
Love it, love it. This one, truffle actually is infused into sunflower oil.
Oh.
So you don't get all the olive oil like in the majority of them. So I'm just going to top that with chives, and then that's ready to go. So
that's it.
Yeah.
Look at that. That is delish right there. I don't know if I told you, but Andy has a hollow leg, and she doesn't eat unless she comes to the show. So if her, if she's in the vicinity of this in like 30 seconds, you'll understand why.
I've had her at the restaurant before.
So there you go. Well, thanks so much, Chad. We're going to catch up with him for a little bit later on some more of the recipes that he's going to offer here with the lobster, and we're also going to show you some video, just in case you haven't been out to Park Central.